This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of MSPN Digital Television and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of MSPN Digital Television.
To the broadcast booth for the pregame show on MSPN Digital Television.
All right, we're getting ready to go for game 2 of 4 on the docket today here at day 2 of the 2025 Pete FM Invite. And we're at Starring Bank Field here on MSPN Digital Television. It's the Bismarck Governors and the Bloomington Post 550. Your eyes on the game today will be Ryan Ingeman and Justin Farkas. Justin Farkas will be behind the plate calling the balls and strikes, and it's his birthday today. So if he calls a strike a ball or strike, give him a little bit of a break on that, right? He's from Maplewood. Ryan Ingeman will be on the base pass. He's from Grand Forks, and they both like steak. Farkas, medium rare to medium, and Ingeman, medium well. That should be updated to 22 games as they did the first Bismarck Governors game today. So now they'll be umping their 23rd games of the season. These two like working with each other. They have a lot of chemistry, and they have called plenty of games here at Starring Bank Field, and they've done a fantastic job over those games over the last 4 or 5 years. So we welcome them back to the field. And happy birthday once again to Justin Farkas, our home plate umpire in Game 2 here for this game between the Governors and Bloomington Post 550. Taking a look at the team breakdown here. So Bloomington's 11-1 overall, Bismarck 13-6 overall. Bloomington 1-0 in pool play, and Bismarck 1-1 in pool play. So that puts Bloomington at second and Bismarck at third in the pool play rankings. Bloomington won their game 5-2 yesterday over Bayport. And in the 2 games that the Governors have played, they have outscored their opponents by the score of 8-7. So what the Governors need to do here to move into second place in the pool is they need to defeat Bloomington Post 550 by 6 or more runs. And if they can do that, then they would bump themselves up into second place, and then they would have to, and then the Bismarck Governors would have to await the result of Fargo Post 400. When they play Bloomington and Bayport in the final 2 games today. So if Bloomington Post 550 could win this game, then Bismarck would be stranded at third in the pool play standings, and they would have to hope that Fargo Post 400 would lose by 7 or more runs in order to re-snag second place in the pool. So that's kind of how that's working out right now. And there's a chance, but the chance is growing slimmer. The best chance Bismarck has to get out of this pool is to win this game by 6 or more runs. So that's step 1 that they need to do. And we'll see if they can do that or not. Speaking of the Governors, your batting lineup will look like this. The Governors will be the visitors, I believe. Yes, the visitors in this game. They'll be batting 1, 2, and 3. Designated hitter Riker Zietz. Second baseman Jackson Herman. Center fielder Ben Watson. Middle of the order 4, 5, 6. First baseman Joey Kralik. Catcher Cash Weisenberger. And third baseman Evan Fuchs. In the bottom of the order, shortstop Cooper Miller. Left fielder Tate Shaner. And right fielder Aiden Rakowski. The starting pitcher for the Governors will be Jacoby Grimm. For Bloomington Post 550, they will have the top of the order, Designated hitter Will Vogel, number 28. Catcher, number 16, Brendan Lucas. And third baseman, number 9, Dylan Larson. The middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6, will be second baseman Ethan Augrey, first baseman Ryan Sheehan, the center fielder Patrick Simmons, and the bottom of the order at batters 7, 8, 9 will be left fielder TJ Frine, right fielder Tegan Yoder, and shortstop Ray Jones. Tyler McGovern is the guy warming up on the mound here for Bloomington Post 550 in their gray jerseys with baby blue lettering and numbers trimmed in yellow and white. And the Bismarck Governors are in their blue jerseys with white numerals trimmed in red, along with gray pants, and Bloomington wearing the white pants with the white hats. So we're ready to go here in the top of the first of this game here. Once again, Bismarck, if they want to move up in the pool play rankings, they need to win this game by 6 or more runs. Because it is wins and then runs allowed and then runs scored and then innings played is how the tiebreakers play out. And they'll try for an opening bunt, and they'll bunt it foul for strike one. So we are in the books with Game 2 now at 2:26 p.m. We're 4 minutes early, just like we were for the first game, which was at 11:56 first pitch. And right now we're at sunny skies and 83 degrees. And that is going to be a base hit to left field. So the first hit and the first runner is on for Bismarck.
Second baseman number 25, Jackson Herman.
Jackson Herman, the batter now. They'll try to pick off attempt there. I'm having trouble seeing with the sun blaring into the press box here. Hopefully the camera looks good. Step back a little bit. Yeah, it does look good. Okay, cool. And bunted foul. Back-to-back batters. Bunting foul on their first pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. And they got him at first. The pick throw up to first after strike two was thrown was successful, and Riker Zietz comes off base, and the first out is put onto the board. So I'll bring up Ben Watson now.
Third, number 3, center fielder, Ben Watson.
Watson into shallow center. He'll drop one down. And Bismarck coming out clicking here early on in this game. Joey Kralik is the batter now. As there's a runner, as Watson will get on with a single. Back in time safely is Watson on the pickoff attempt there by Tyler McGovern. Around the bases, you got Ryan Sheehan at first, Ethan Augrey at second, Ray Jones, the shortstop, and Dylan Larson at third. 1 ball, no strikes here to Joey Kralik. Brendan Lucas is the catcher for Bloomington Post 550. TJ Frine in left, Tegan Yoder in right, and Patrick Simmons in center field for Bloomington Post 550, as they will toss ball 2 now here to Joey Kralik. Once again, the runner on base is Ben Watson on first. 3 balls and no strikes. Got a strike there, 3-1. And strike 2. So from a 3-0 count to a full count. 2 away, and McGovern on pitch number 12. Can he lock down the inning here? He'll take a peek at Watson on first and deliver the payoff pitch. Fouled away, and we'll do the payoff pitch again. And that is hit right into center field. And it's a 2-out single for Kralik.
Batting fifth, number 8, catcher Cash Weisenberger.
Strike 1. Right now they're in the bottom of the 8th with 1 out. Detroit's batting, and they have an 8-4 lead. And the Twins have a pitcher in the bullpen warming up. Doesn't look good for the Twins at the moment here. Keep you updated on that. Base and remain at 0 after the first 3 outs. To the bottom of the first, we'll see the Bloomington bats next. When we return after this, stay tuned.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the Join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information, or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
It's like a hockey puck.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
All right, welcome back. Your starting pitcher is Jacoby Grimm for the Governors. He'll face off against Will Vogel to start the bottom of the first. Cash Weisenberger is your catcher. Around the bases here for the Governors. Kralik at first. Jackson Herman at second. Cooper Miller, the shortstop. Evan Fuchs at third. Tate Shaner in left. Aiden Rakowski in right. And Ben Watson in center. And the first pitch in for a strike against Will Vogel. In the game yesterday against Bayport, Vogel was 2 for 3 on his at-bats, grounded out to third, and had 2 hits to left field. Now he's down in the count 0-2 here to Jacoby Grimm. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here to Will Vogel. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. So a pair of strikes and a pair of balls on the 4 pitches so far here from Grimm to Vogel. And a warm, sunny, and 83-degree day here at Starry & Bank Field in South Fargo. And a ground ball towards third, but it'll drift foul. So we'll stay at 2-2. Tigers have scored a couple more. They're now up 10-4 in the bottom of the 8th, and it certainly does not look promising for the Twins right now. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count here to Will Vogel. And the pitch will fall into the dirt for ball 3. Strike, strike, ball, ball, fouled away in a ball, and we're at a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And there's a strikeout on the inside edge. He got him looking. Puts the first out on the board, and Brendan Lucas is the batter now.
Second, number 16, catcher Brendan Lucas.
Lucas will step into the backs, left-handed batter. And the pitch. In for strike 1. Lucas in the game yesterday against Bayport had 2 hits to left, one fly out to right, and reached base on an error as well in that game. 1-1 the count now here to Brendan Lucas. This will be the 10th pitch for Jacoby Grimm. We're 11 minutes into the ball game so far here in the bottom of the first. Still no score. 3 hits on the board for Bismarck. Ground ball right to first. An easy direct ground out for Kralik, and that puts out number 2 on the board and brings up Dylan Larson. Dylan Larson in the game against Bayport yesterday had a hit to center field, a fly out to center field, and a ground out to the pitcher. And that'd be ball 1. And that'll be strike 1. Fouled away pitch. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Okay, what did I miss? Can't. Oh, what I missed was an out. Okay, so that was Brendan Lucas batting. My apologies. That's what I missed.
Batting third.
He'll walk, and now Dylan Larson comes to the plate. So there's only 1 out and not 2. As what I thought was a direct ground out must have rolled foul. Now 1 ball and no strikes is the correct count to Dylan Larson, the batter. As I mentioned previously, a few minutes ago, Larson with a fly out or a fly out to center, a hit to center, and a ground out to the pitcher in the game against Bayport yesterday. And the 1-0 is high for ball 2. So the walk will put 2 runners on and bring up Ethan Agri.
Number 32, second baseman Ethan Agri.
Agri in the game against Bayport yesterday had a hit to left, a hit to right, a fly out to center, and a ground out to third. Runners on first and second here for Bloomington. Still no score. 3 hits on the board for Bismarck. No hits on the board yet for Bloomington. And that'll be ball 2. So now the bases are loaded there for Ryan Sheehan, but first the Governors are going to chit-chat at the mound here. And we'll take this moment here to do a couple things in the background here and get a couple things updated. First pitch to Ryan Sheehan's in for ball 1. Sheehan in the game yesterday had a ground out to third and a pop out to the first baseman. And right up the middle, and a nice grab there by Herman at second base. Run will score, and everybody is safe. So Bloomington scores the first run, and the bases are still loaded here for Patrick Simmons. And Simmons will foul the first one off for a strike, and it's 0-1. And that's going to center field. It could be deep enough here for a sac fly, and it will be. Run will score. The second out is recorded.
Number 11, left fielder T.J. Fry.
So first and second for Bloomington, T.J. Fry the batter, and he'll take the strike on the outside to even up the count of a ball and a strike. Fry in the game against Bayport yesterday had an infield single and a direct ground out to first. No pitch is called there. It's going to be a balk. That'll move the runners from first and second to second and third. So it remains 1 ball, 1 strike here to TJ Frine. And this one is a little bit high and in for ball 2. And that one is going to go into left field. It'll drop for a base hit. Ethan Agri scores, and sliding in from second is Ryan Sheehan. And it's now a 4-0 ball game in favor of Bloomington.
Number 10, right fielder Tegan Yoder.
A 2-run single scoring Agri and Sheehan, and Tegan Yoder is the batter now here for Bloomington. And Bismarck finds himself in a 4-0 hole right now here, and we're still in the first inning of play, 21 minutes into the ball game. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And it is final. The Twins were able to sneak in another run, but the Tigers take it 10-5. That's the final score there from the game in Detroit. So now that series is tied at a game apiece, and they'll have the rubber match game of the series. I believe that game is tomorrow, as TJ Frine takes second base. And the pitch came across as a ball, so it's 1 ball, 1 strike to Tegan Yoder. Bloomington 4 runs on 1 hit on 1 Bismarck error, and so far nobody left on base because we're still in the first inning. 2 balls and a strike now. Bailey Ober, the losing pitcher for the Twins. Here's the 2-1 delivery. And it's in for a strike to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 more games for you tonight, 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. Both games will, or 5 and 7:30, I should say. Both games will feature the Fargo Post 400 Stars. The first one will be against Bloomington, and the next one will be against Bayport. Oh, and he couldn't grab it at second base. Rounding third is TJ Frine. He will score. And they're going to give him a hit on that one, so Tegan Yoder will get himself an RBI single. And it is a 5-0 ball game now in favor of Bloomington with 2 outs on the board. Can Bismarck get that third out here sooner than later? And he will easily meet second base, Tegan Yoder, that is. And he'll steal second here. Ray Jones is the batter. Jackson Herman sure tried to make that grab, and it was just a little bit too high for his vertical and outstretched arm there. And it snuck into center field. To third, I think they got him. Yes, they did. That will strand Ray Jones. He will continue his at-bat in the bottom of the second, but they get Tegan Yoder trying to steal third, and that leaves nobody on base, and we go now to the second inning of play. 5 runs on 3 hits on 1 Bismarck error, and they leave nobody on base, and they have a commanding 5-0 lead after 1. We'll see if Bismarck can chip away at that here in the second. When we return after this, stay tuned.
It's payback time. Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you?
It's not fun being the target of rude behavior. Sports has many traditions, but bad sportsmanship isn't one of them. This message brought to you by MSPN Digital Television.
When one of us comes up short,
We all come up short.
There's no vape in team.
Think there are only school supplies in your child's backpack? Think again. 5 e-cigarettes were hiding in plain sight. Parents, do your homework.
Learn more about vaping at health.mn.gov/e-cigarettes.
All right, welcome back. 5-0 lead for Bloomington post 5:50.
The Governors batting 6. Number 9, third baseman Evan Fuchs.
Evan Fuchs, Cooper Miller, Tate Shaner, batters 6, 7, and 8 for Bismarck here in the top of the second inning. And they have a little bit of a deficit to chip away at here. We'll see if Evan Fuchs can get that deficit chipping started here. 1 ball, no strike to count. Pair of hits, 1 to left, 1 to right, 1 to left, 1 to center in the past 72 hours here for Evan Fuchs. That includes the game right before this one against Bayport, and then the 3 games against Fargo Post 400 yesterday and the day before that in the conference doubleheader. Already a 3 balls, no strike count here to Evan Fuchs. Now I'll take the free strike and it'll be 3-1. Once again, Tyler McGovern pitching, Brendan Lucas catching, Ryan Sheehan at first, Ethan Agri at second, Ray Jones short, Dylan Larson at third base. And that is going to left field, and that will drift foul, and we'll have a very long strike 2. Full count now at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that's a high fly ball to shallow center field, and is caught there by Patrick Simmons for out number 1.
Batting 7, number 19, shortstop Cooper Miller.
So Cooper Miller will try his luck here against McGovern. Foul for strike 1. If the Governors can find a way to win this game, and more on that in a moment, ground ball to third and 5-3 ground out for out number 2. And that'll bring up Tate Shaner. So like I said, if the Governors can find a way to win this game, it'd be Coach Skitlin's 645th win with the Governors program, as he's currently in his 22nd season with the Bismarck Governors. His current record is 644 wins, 318 losses, and 2 ties in those 22 seasons. So, like I said, if the Governors can win today, he'd go up to 645 wins on his career of coaching the Bismarck Governors. Right now, it's not looking promising, but there's still a lot of baseball to play. And that's fair down the first baseline into right field, and he's going to pump the brakes at first, and that'll be a base hit and a single for Tate Shaner. Blaine Steiner, also the assistant coach to Skitlin for 22 seasons as well. Christian Medic, I believe, is in his 3rd season as an assistant coach for the Governors. High and in, ball 1.
Batting 9th, number 2, right fielder Eden Rakowski.
Rakowski still looking for his first hit here at Starry & Bank Field in 2025. 3 ground outs and 2 fly outs so far, and he's going to pop this one up into left field, and it will... He made the catch over the fence. Nice play there by TJ Frine. And that will take care of the Governors here in the top of the second.
Long run and a great grab by Frine to end things in the top of the second. For the Governors, no runs and a hit, no errors, and 1 left on.
One left on base, and we'll go to the second inning of play. When we return after this, stay tuned.
Yeah, I just picked her up. We should be there in 20 minutes.
Who is it? Oh, it's him. Where is he?
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands.
All right, we'll come back from the break a little early here. Trying to get some of our equipment out of the hot sun. It's getting a little too hot here for with the way the sun is shining in towards home plate. It's playing a little bit of a role in our equipment. We'll do the best we can. Ray Jones continues his at-bat, which started in the bottom of the first, but he gets a new count, obviously. He's at 0-2 now, and he will pop this one into the glove of the second baseman, Jackson Herman. So Ray Jones will pop out to the second baseman for out number one.
Hitter, number 28, Will Vogel.
Will Vogel struck out looking last time he was at the plate. We'll see if he can do a little bit better this time around. Once again, Bismarck has to defeat Bloomington by 6 runs. So that means they would have, the way it sits now, they would have to win 11-5 in order to snag second place in the pool, assuming Bloomington doesn't score any additional runs here. And then they have to wait for the result of Post 400's next 2 games and hope that, let's see, if they were to win, it'd be 2-1. Fargo Post 400 would have to lose at least one of the games, and then depending on the final score of this game, they may have to lose both games for Bismarck to get out of the pool. But first things first, they need to win this game by 6 runs. Three and 1 to count. And this one is hit up high, left center field, diving for it. He cannot make the catch. Ben Watson gave it his best effort, but Will Vogel will be on with a base hit and a double to left center.
Number 16, Brendan Lucas.
That'll bring up Brendan Lucas, who was walked last time he was at the plate. Once again, Brendan Lucas is the batter. And, oh my goodness, right back at Jacoby Grimm. He's able to duck out of the way of that one. He'll earn himself a base hit, but man, that was Grimm moving to the right spot, right time, and field umpire Ingerman will come in and check on Grimm, and so will the Bismarck coach. That was a lightning dart right back to Jacoby Grimm. Looks like he's good to go, and that's a good thing to see. So a line drive hit. Runner moves to third. Or our line, or I should say it was a ground out. Dylan Larson, the batter, he's walked last time. Now he faces a 1-ball, no strike count, and he will fly this one out into left field, and it's right into the glove of Tate Shaner. They'll strand one on base, and they will complete the first inning, or the second inning of 1.5 complete, 2 complete. Man, I am really out of it right now. 5-0 on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard. At least I got that right. And we'll be back in a moment here on MSPN Digital Television. Stay tuned.
Those 400 stars will take on Bayport.
All right, it's the top of the third here. Remains 5-0 after no scoring in the second inning of play. And that is a pop up into right field, and making a sliding grab into foul territory is Tegan Yoder for out number 1.
More good glove work in the outfield for Bloomington. One away. Brings up second baseman number 25, Jackson Herman.
Jackson Herman, the batter now. And a ground ball out towards second. Agri will pick it up, and it's a 4-3 ground out. So 2 up and 2 down now here for Bismarck in the top of the third.
Center fielder number 3, Ben Watson.
Ben Watson, 1 for 1 with a single up the middle last time he was at the plate. Takes the first pitch for a strike here. It's 0-1. And that'll be a ground ball towards third. Picked up by Larson. No, it's going to say it's fair. I think Larson thought it was going to go foul, and we'll see how they chart. Will they? They're going to count it as a hit. So Larson, who thought the ball was going to go foul, and they ended up calling it fair. And Watson will get himself a single off that situation. And a high fly ball into shallow left center. Running in is Patrick Simmons, and he makes the catch. And it's one stranded on base and 3 outs.
No runs and a hit. No errors and 1 left on.
We go now to the home half of the third right after this. Stay tuned.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
I don't grill it.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Welcome back. We are in the bottom of the third now. Ethan Agri 0 for 0, hit by a pitch last time he was at the plate. First pitch to Agri will miss for a ball, 1-0. Agri hit by a pitch last time he was at the plate. And the 1-0 will be taken to left, more center field. And there is Ben Watson with the catch, out number 1. Ryan Sheehan reached on an error last time he was at the plate. Bloomington, 5 runs on 3 hits and 1 Bismarck error. Bismarck, no runs on 5 hits and no Bloomington errors. 4 left on base for the Governors, 1 left on base for post 550. And this one skied up to the second baseman, and Herman will run in a couple trots and make the catch for out number 2. So a short pop out to second, and now Patrick Simmons, who sent a sacrifice fly into the glove of Ben Watson in deep center field last time he was up to score one of the 5 runs here for Bloomington. Simmons representing batter 6 in the lineup here. And Simmons will go to right field, going all the way back to the foul corner, and it is foul. And it'll be a 316-foot strike. Had he waited just a hair of a split second longer to swing that bat, it would have been a solo home run. And a strike is called. We're at 1-2 now. Here to Patrick Simmons. Pitch 50 for Grimm now. 26 of them have fallen into the strike category. And the pitch. Fouled back, and we're at 1-2 again. And a late swing there, and he strikes him out. So that will complete the side here in the bottom of the third. Through 3, it remains 5-0. And the Governors will have another chance to dig into that 5-0 deficit when we return after the break. Stay tuned.
ESPN Digital Television.
When one of us comes up short,
We all come up short.
there's no vape in team.
Think there are only school supplies in your child's backpack? Think again. 5 e-cigarettes were hiding in plain sight. Parents, do your homework.
Learn more about vaping at health.mn.gov/e-cigarettes.
It's payback time. Zapali, 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 Zapali.
It's not fun being the target of rude behavior. Sports has many traditions, but bad sportsmanship isn't one of them. This message brought to you by MSPN Digital Television.
Welcome back. We move to the top of the fourth. Cash Weisenberger will be the batter. That one's going to be popped up, and it looks like the shortstop, Ray Jones, will be there for the catch. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Cash Weisenberger pops out to the shortstop, and now bring up for the Governors, Evan Fuchs. Strike one. Fuchs 0 for 1. He would fly out into shallow left center last time he was at the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And a ground ball to third. Nice snag there by Dylan Larson. He fires it over to Sheehan, and it's a 5-3 ground out.
First up, number 19, Cooper Miller.
That'll bring up Cooper Miller now. He's 0 for 1, ground out to third on his last trip to the plate. Ball 1. Popped up, and they will not be able to make a play on that one. One ball, one strike to count now here to Cooper Miller. Fouled away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And nobody will make the catch there, and we'll stay at 1 and 2. Swing and a miss. He got him to strike out, and that will put an end to the top of the fourth, where he go to through 3.5. It remains 5-0 here in favor of Bloomington, 5:50, and we'll be back in a moment on MSPN Digital Television. right, welcome back. Bottom of the fourth. The first pitch comes across as a strike. That one's going to left field, making a run for it, and it will go foul. So, or actually, it'll be a fair ball, actually.
Right fielder number 10, Tegan Yoder.
And he's back in time. He'll show bunt, pull the bunt back, and it'll be called strike in. TJ Frine will trot back to first base. Once again, Tegan Yoder is the batter here for Bloomington Post 550. The Post 550 has the Fargo Post 400 Stars in the next game, which is scheduled for a 5 p.m. start. And that'll miss for a ball. 1-1 the count now. Strike two. And that will be TJ Frine will be waved to second base there by Yoder, as that will move the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that's strike 3. So that'll be a strikeout and puts the first out on the board.
First up, number 17, Ray Jones.
And Ray Jones will be the next batter here. One ball and 1 strike. And a pitch inside for a ball. So just got notification from the scheduling manager here at MSPN is that Sunday's games at 9:30 and 12 noon. We'll have more on that in a moment here. And that will be a 1-3 ground out. So Sunday's games at 12 noon will be broadcasted depending on the teams playing in the games. So not only the teams playing in those games to be determined, But the teams in those games the teams playing in those games will determine if we have a broadcast of them or not. So. Takes a strike there. Will Vogel is the batter, by the way. Vogel's 1 for 2, struck out looking and doubled to left field. Now he faces a 2 balls, no strike count here against Jacoby Grimm. And it'll be 3 balls and no strikes now. And a 4-pitch walk. We'll put runners on the corners here. And I'll bring up Brendan Lucas. And now he's going to steal home, and he scores. And now up to second, and he's out, I think. Yes, he is. And that will be the 3rd out. The run will count. And it is now 6-0 in favor of Bloomington.
For Bloomington, a run on.
So they leave nobody stranded on base as a result of that.
Scores at some of the other sites. Game 2 in West Fargo. Mandan leads St. Michael.
So we'll take a break, and we'll be back with more in a moment. Stay tuned.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, 6-0 here in favor of Bloomington post 550. And we apologize, we're having an issue with our camera, and we're trying to fix it here between innings. So We missed the first out, and it might be something I have to do between games now. And that one's going to be popped up, and it will be third base side, and it'll be the shortstop making the catch for out number 2.
Designated hitter number 6, Riker Zietz.
Swing and a miss for a strike. It's Riker Zietz, 1 for 2, single and a fly out.
And the Governor's down 1, 2, 3 at the top of the 5th.
So a quick 1-2-3 inning for Bismarck here, and we go to the middle of the 5th. Still 6-0. We'll be back in a moment.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork.
All right, it's Dylan Larson, the batter. Step 1 of correcting the camera issue has succeeded. So thanks for your patience on that. Get to step 2 here, either between the next half inning or in the between the next 2 games here. One, and this one sent out into center field. Watson has it. It's out number 1.
Third baseman number 9, Dylan Larson.
1 ball, 1 strike to Dylan Larson. Walking a fly out to left. And that one is going to right center field. Watson's after it again, and he's got it again. He's got outs 1 and 2 in his glove. And now Ethan Agri. Agri, excuse me. Ball 1. Agri hit by a pitch and a fly out to center. There's a strike, 1-1 the count. And a ground ball that will find its way into left field through the 5-6 hole. Base hit for Agri, bring up Ryan Sheehan.
Number 2, Ryan Sheehan.
Sheehan, excuse me. That's 80 pitches now for Grimm. 42 of them have been considered strikes. One and one here to Ryan Sheehan. Runner will go, the throw up to second, off the mark, and he slides in successfully. Pitch came across as a strike, so it's a stolen base on a strike 2, and that moves Agri up to second. 1 and 2 to Sheehan. 0 for 2, error and a fly out for Ryan. And that'll miss for ball 2, so we're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And ground ball out towards short. Cooper Miller will pick it up. He'll fire it over to first. And he got it there in time for the out. Or did he? No, I thought he put his fist up, but apparently not. So it'll be runners on the corners then. First and third. And that is a hit right to the first baseman. Kralik will beat Simmons to the bag. That will strand 2, and we will go now to the
No runs on a pair of hits, no errors.
6th inning of play. We'll be back in just a moment. Stay tuned. All right. Cameras are fixed now. It's no balls and 2 strikes here. Jackson Herman, I believe, is the batter. Yes, he is. Yep, Jackson Herman. Once again, thanks for being patient with me over that last inning of play there to get things fixed, because it drives me nuts if something's wrong, and just want to make sure it's working. Oh, right back to McGovern on the mound. What a catch there by McGovern. And that's out number 1.
Look what I found. There's 1 out. Center fielder number 3, Ben Watson.
All right, Ben Watson will try his luck here against McGovern. So far, he's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles, 1 to center, and then his last one was down the third base line, which third baseman Dylan Larson thought was initially foul, and then he let it go under his glove, and the ump called it fair, and Watson got to first base as a result. Wow. Never seen that twice in an inning before. Talk about a pitcher striking out the side. That might be a little bit better.
Times 2. First baseman Joey Kralik.
I've never seen that in all my years of baseball. Never once. That's a first. No third. Well, that one's going to be fouled away, so there might be a chance for McGovern to complete the trio of outs at the pitcher's mound there. Man, a little bit outside for a ball. 1-0 here, or 1-2, excuse me, to Joey Kralik. And he strikes him out. So Tyler McGovern, responsible for all 3 outs, gets 2 line drives and a strikeout to retire Bismarck here in the top of the 6th. 1 hour and 17 minutes into the ball game, and we got batters. Let's see here. We got batters 7, 8, and 9 for post 550 coming up after the break. Stay tuned.
It's payback time. Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you?
It's not fun being the target of rude behavior. Sports has many traditions, but bad sportsmanship isn't one of them. This message brought to you by MSPN Digital Television.
When one of us comes up short,
We all come up short.
there's no vape in team.
Think there are only school supplies in your child's backpack? Think again. 5 e-cigarettes were hiding in plain sight. Parents, do your homework.
Learn more about vaping at health.mn.gov/e-cigarettes.
TCI Insurance was founded in 1985 with a simple mission in mind: to protect your assets. TCI Insurance has a long history of providing insurance coverage and loss prevention solutions to the region and strives to exceed your expectations. From agriculture, business, and personal insurance, our advisors are here to help walk you through the options and equip you with the knowledge you need to choose the coverage that will best suit your current stage of life. TCI Insurance. Call 701-277-1710 or visit them at the offices in West Fargo and Wimbledon. Learn more today at tciteam.com.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 6th. And some defensive changes here for the Bismarck Governors. We got a handful of them. Let's go through them. So your new pitcher is Cooper Miller. Ben Watson moves from the mound over to third base. Evan Fuchs moves into shortstop. And then Aiden Rakowski moves from right field to center field to take the place of Ben Watson, where he played before he was pitching. And then Drew Taylor comes into the game for the first time to play right field. Swing and a miss and a strike. So let's do that over again here. Cooper Miller pitching, Cash Weisenberger catching, Joey Kralik at first, Jackson Herman at second, Evan Fuchs to shortstop, Ben Watson at third, Tate Shaner in left field, Aiden Rakowski in center field, and Drew Taylor in right field is how the defense sets up for the Bismarck Governors here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Cooper Miller is the pitcher now. He's ahead of the batter TJ Frine on an 0-2 count. And that one will be just into left center field for a base hit. Evan Fuchs dived for it, was just out of the reach of his outstretched glove.
Right fielder number 10, Tegan Yoder.
That one's fouled off for a strike. Yoder 1 for 2, single to center field, struck out looking last time he was at the plate. He'll show bunt. He'll pull the bunt back, and the pitch will be called a strike. It's 0-2. So Frying up to second on the stolen bag. And it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Tegan Yoder. And that one's popped up going to right field. And the sun was holding me back. He apparently did not catch that because Yager's standing on first base. So going to the books is a base hit. That'll move TJ Frine over to third. Runners on the corners for Ray Jones now. Runner will go to second. They will, and Weisenberger will hold on to the ball to make sure that Freen stays at third. So Yoder will get a free stolen base at second. 1 hour, 23 minutes. Time of the game. Ball and no strikes here to Ray Jones. Make that 2 balls and no strikes. Once again, our umpires are Justin Farkas, calling the balls and strikes, and out on the baseline in the field is Ryan Ingeman. Strike 1. And this one fouled back, and we're now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. This one will be popped up, and it will be the shortstop, Evan Fuchs, who makes the catch.
Designated hitter number 28, Will Vogel.
Will Vogel is the batter. And a strike is thrown to even up the count at a ball and a strike. Vogel 1 for 2, struck out looking, a double to left and a walk. TJ Frine and Tegan Yoder, the runners on base. Yoder on second, Frine on third. 1 hour and 25 minutes into the ball game. And that is a ground ball to third. Watson will throw back to home, run down between third and home, and the runner will be tagged out. So Vogel will reach on a fielder's choice. Yoder will move to third, and you'll have runners on first and third now with TJ Frine tagged out, Vogel on a fielder's choice. Runner will go to second, and they'll just let him go. No balls and a strike to Brendan Lucas. 0 for 2, walk, ground out, and a fly out. And that is a ground ball to second. Herman fires over to first for the third out. That will retire or strand 2 on base, and we move now to the 7th inning of play, and Bismarck needs to score 6 to continue this game beyond the next half inning. We'll see if they can do it when we return after the break. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I just picked her up. We should be there in 20 minutes.
Who is it? Oh, it's him. Where is he?
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the Join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
Welcome back. We move into the top of the 7th of game 2 of 4 today from the 2025 Pete FM Invite here at Starion Bank Field. Right now, Bloomington with a 6-0 lead over Bismarck. And if Bismarck doesn't come back, it's going to come down to Fargo Post 400 in Bloomington on who will win this pool. In order for Bismarck to stay in the running to potentially win this pool, they would have to score 12 runs here in the... Well, they'd have to score at least 6 runs here in the top of the 7th, and then they would have to find a way to win 12-6 in either the top of the 7th or top of the 8th. If you go by the innings played tiebreaker, then you would have to score 12 runs in the top of the 7th. So it's not looking promising. Or yeah, 12 runs right now. You'd have to force the bottom of the 7th, taking a 12-6 lead, and hope that's the final score. And they'll start that journey with a runner on via a walk. Cash Weisenberger.
Shortstop number 9, Evan Fuchs.
So Evan Fuchs now the batter. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Fuchs 0 for 2 with a fly out to left center and a ground out to the shortstop. And that is going to left field for a base hit. So 2 runners are on now.
Pitcher number 19, Cooper Miller.
It's going to be popped up. Looks like the second baseman, Agri, has it, and he does. First out.
Outfielder number 17, Tate Shaner.
Tate Shaner, the batter now, 1 for 2. He's single to right, and I'll pop out to the first baseman. Watch that pitch go outside for a ball, 1-0. And that one's going to be popped up and fouled away for a strike. We're at 1-1 now. And that is a line drive shot right over to Ray Jones. He'll step on or throw it over to second for the out. It's a double play, and that will end the ball game.
Game played 1 hour and 32 minutes. No runs.
1 hour and 32 minutes. Time of the game.
McGovern spins a 6-hit shutout. Bloomington wins 6-0. They are now 2-0 in pool play. The Governors finish at 1-2.
All right, so the Governors will fall to 1-2 in pool play. The Bloomington Post 550 will temporarily be in first place with a 2-0 record, and they will play Fargo Post 400 next for the bragging rights of first place in the pool. In our next game coming up here at about 5 p.m. It's 4:01 right now, so we got just a tick under an hour away from the first pitch of the next game. 5 runs in the first, 1 run in the fourth, and a 6-0 victory here for Post 550. We'll take a break, and we'll be back in about an hour with that next game here on MSPN Digital Television.
The proceeding has been a copyrighted presentation of MSPN Digital Television. Follow us online by searching MSPN DTV on YouTube and X to find broadcast schedules, on-demand broadcasts, and more. Thanks for watching MSPN Digital Television.